Now that we understand the green screen concept, I'm going to add some footage. Let's make a little story. I'm going to start with this on video track 3, and it's going to have the same composited background of the city. Selecting the top clip, going under effects, looking for key, going to use ultra key on top. And with this green screen, it's pretty easy. We're kind of done. You could try color correction here, and before I was just decreasing the saturation. You could also try out color correction with the color tab. You can see that color correcting here isn't affecting the green screen shot. If I was telling a story, I might want to just cut these together. Instead, I'm going to nest these together, and I'll call it Dragon NYC. And the reason I'm nesting them together is so I could stack things on top of one another. It's just so I could stack things on top of one another, which will be a little cleaner because I'm going to be doing the same trick over and over again. Here's a map. And here's a person talking about the dragon alerts. Let me green screen, take 5. Let me remove this background so we can see through. Gonna picking up the color picker. Could go somewhere close to the person. Let's say around here. What we have going on though is the green, if I turn this off, that's in the person's jacket as well. So we're going to have to play with this image to get rid of some of this green cast on the jacket. I'm going to increase shadow, and at least now I have the person here. And this could be an interesting use of the Lumimat to trace out this person in order to get some good color correction on them. We could think about that. Let's see if there's other things to repair this. Under matte generation, going to pedestal. That's pushing away everything. That's great. Now all we have to do is worry about this green outline around the person and the green tint on them. But we're in a much better spot than just a few clicks ago. Let's look at tolerance. I'm going to take a look at shadows. And increasing shadows brings back the green, while decreasing will absorb away the person. Don't want that to happen. I'm going to hit reset for that one. And when I hit reset, the person disappears. The default wasn't 50. The default was 57. Let me type in 60. Going under spill suppression, if we desaturate the person, everything's gone, but now the person's grayscale. Can't have that. Let's look under matte cleanup. Choke will pull back on the borders of the green. See, that does a decent job. And I'll increase soften. Now I'm going to jump to color correction for this person. Under spill suppression, going to range. Let's see how that affects things. Just pushing the range. This might be as close as we can get using the correction tools here. The next part would be to go under regular color correction to remove this green from this person's face. Clicking the color tab to go to the color workspace. Focus in on the green here. I have my Luma scope, and if I right click, let me select the vector scope. trying to avoid greenness in this image here. I'm going to turn off the background. Now we're just focused in on the talent. Warm up the face of the talent. Look at that. As you watch the scope, you can see by tinting the image, the green is being eliminated from the skin tone. If you need more color correction, then we can use the HSL secondary to create masks for the character. We would use the HSL secondary to continue color correcting the talent. Too much tint, too magenta. So maybe around here, we got partly there. Let me zoom in on the talent. Going to HSL secondary. Using the color picker, I want to select green like here. The green in the shadow. I'll turn on the color grayscale, see what I selected. And I'll push that color correction into the red zone. Let me push it extremely red to show that it's not affecting the suit, which is what I'm looking for. Pulling their colors back to normalness. And you can continue with this color correction around here. Let me add to that selection a little bit. Pull back. And now our talent is in a much better visual space. We turn back on the second layer. Get the move tool. I'll take these clips and I'll nest them. Not interested in audio, right click, unlink, throw that away. Now we could preview our scene. I think that's long enough. What's that, 4 seconds? Command K, cut. Remove that. If I need to adjust a spot like this that you only see when you're playing it, and let's say our clip also ends here, Command K, cut it. Instead of playing with the Ultra key here, it's going to be a lot more efficient to, now that this is nested, apply another Ultra key. Going to my effects control, I'm going to move this nest up 1 track. Behind it, I'm going to place the same video. I'm going to do that by just copying this video, Command or Control C. Going here with these channels selected, video track 1, Command V, paste, and I'll just place it right down here. So behind this video, which is the green screen composited shot, is the original. And I could toggle on or off. And I can see I'm off by a frame. Let me zoom in. Just line those up. You need them to line up for this to work. There we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to apply another Ultra key to this nested layer and pick this green. And now I can go as extreme as I want as long as this talent's protected. If I increase this too much, I'll accidentally destroy my character, my talent. One of the properties that we've seen is that all these FX can have a mask. Click inverted, it's everything else. Regular, it's just within this area. So I can use mask with Ultra key to compensate out here. Let me go under my matte generation, increase pedestal. It's only affecting this area. You could go extreme on the values. increasing the transparency all the way fixes this area.